So hello everybody, it is Friday, so it is time for another DAX Fridays, a new DAX function every Friday. And this is not any normal Friday, it is also Power Week, which means that the Power BI team has released a new Power BI desktop update, June 2019. Yay! So in today's DAX Fridays video, we're going to review something that is going to confuse you deeply if you don't come from the IT world. I assure you that. And I am going to do my best to clarify this topic, but because I don't think I had fully understand it, I'm not sure I will be able to, but I'll give you my best. So they have introduced a new DAX comparison operator. I'm looking at my cheat note, which is here. And it is Friday. I'm sorry to be doing this to you on a Friday, but we're going to talk about zeros, nulls, and empties. And I saw this picture 100 years ago on Twitter, I think it was. And it was somebody trying to explain the difference between non-zero value, which is a correct value, and then you have zeros, and then you have nulls, and then you have undefined. And I've been on this trap at least in 2-3 videos before. I think if you come from a background on IT and programming, you probably fully understand the difference between those. If you come from the business world like me, then you're probably scratching your head every time you come up with this. But so the difference between the non-zero value, you see here the toilet roll full, then when it's zero is when it doesn't have any toilet paper anymore, but the roll is still there. Null is without the roll, and empty is nothing box. Okay, so we're going to go to Power BI and see how it behaves on these different scenarios. And it's going to blow your socks off. I guarantee you that. Okay. So first of all, I just created a table that one is formatted as text, the other one is formatted as number. And I have on row 1, null, the one that did not have the paper roll, and an empty, nothing. And here we have null and zero. Because here's the thing, when you format, if we go up here, you'll see that I have empty and zero, but when you format to a number, when you convert it to a number, Power BI will take all the empties and convert it to nulls. You cannot have an empty in a number. So the empties are only allowed on text. Okay, that's why I couldn't have an empty on number. Have you seen the new look of Power Query? I haven't seen it until just today when I came in. I was like, oh, it's also great. Thank you, Power BI team. Okay, so let's go down this rabbit hole. It is deep because it runs very, very deep. I'm warning you. We are loading that data into Power BI, and here we have them. So when you put on a text column, when you have nulls and empties, these two down here, it shows as empty, but they are not empty. You have a null and you have an empty. And the null shows as empty, and then you have the zero. And this is where the fun begins. Okay, so I'm going to create a custom column, and I'm going to call it ISBLANK text. No need for capital letters. And I'm going to say if ISBLANK, and then we put the text, then yes, otherwise no. So now, what do you think it will happen? Are both blank on the text column, yes or no? Let's take a look, shall we? So the one that had null is the one that is blank. The other one is not blank. So if you're counting blanks with this blank and you have empties, it won't count. Let's do this in another way. So if we use blank text and say if text equals blank, then yes, otherwise no. So what do you think is going to happen? You will say it will give us a result, the same result, right? Not quite. Not quite. So hold your horses. Now they are both blank. Don't tell me why. So when I say is blank, it says yes or no. And when I say blank, it says yes to both. And if I use the new operator, just do that, and I say double equal text equal, and then say if text double equal blank, yes, no. So that will give us basically the same results as is blank. So is blank and double equal are the same. Let's look into the numbers. It's just getting better and better. Just watch this. Okay, so now we're going to do is blank, but on the number column. So we're going to go if is blank, and then we get the number column, then yes, otherwise no. And then it says, well, yes, the first one is blank and the second one is not. That's what I would expect. So thumbs up, gotcha baby, yes. Now let's use blank instead. So we go in here and we say blank number. I said if number equal blank, one equal only, then yes, otherwise no. Do you think it will give you the same results? You're probably guessing no, right? Because it didn't do it in the text. Why should it do it on the number? Look at this, and admire. A 0 is a blank. A 0 is a blank. So when we use is blank on numbers, 0 is not blank, but when we use blank, 0 is blank. No. Now, let's do this. I'm curious as hell always. So, I'm a very curious person. So that's why. So 0 number. I said, okay, what happens if you put 0 instead of blank? Let's give it a go. Let's give it the world. So number, and then equal 0. So we're not using is blank. We're not using blank. So we say equal 0. What is it going to do? There's only one way to find out, and it's just pushing the enter button. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? So blanks are 0s, and 0s are blanks, but not is blanks. Got that? Did you get that? I wasn't expecting that at all. It's just madness. Okay, should we move on? So what happens if we use the double equal? Let's give it a go. So new column, double equal blank on number, and then it's if number equal blank. No, sorry, double equal. Now we're going to test the new functionality. Blank, yes, no. What do you think? So now double equal blank give us the same as is blank. At least that is consistent, which is good. So it's consistent for both, you see? So basically the double equal is like is blank. So why is it needed? I don't know. Let's continue. So if we do the next one, double equal, probably, I'm sure there's a good reason. It's just that, why so many blanks and zeros and empties? I mean, I never leave blanks or empties. I just, if it's something that is missing, I write missing. If it's something that has not been classified, I write unclassified. I don't leave empties. And if there is a blank, it's because it has to be a blank and there's nothing else. It's not like bad entry or something. We discussed that when we were talking about the new reporting features on Monday's video. Be careful with the blanks. Be careful with the blanks. Seriously. So let's focus on that. Double equal blank number. So if is no number double equal 0. I'm sure you can do that. Yes. Nope. Double equal 0. This has to be there. 0. The blank, we have already tried that. So now you can see that it identifies the 0 correctly, and here it identifies the blank correctly. Okay, so this is probably the only difference that I could see, that when you use ISBLANK, it will find you the blanks correctly. If you see, for example, here, ISBLANK, it identifies the blanks correctly, so do use blank. But if you want to identify the zeros, well, ISBLANK works too, but you have it here, yes, if that is what you need. Okay, summa summarum of this, use ISBLANK, never use blank. That's what I think. Anyhow, sorry that I confused you. Be careful with blanks. I think this is the takeaway. If you are going to manipulate blanks in any way, make sure that you understand what you're filtering in. So, zeros can be blanks, blanks can be zeros, and if you see blanks, it might not be blanks, it might be empties, and yeah, it is a mess. So be careful, clean your data properly so you don't have these issues, and use ISBLANK because what you see is what you get. Basically, except for the text, but you should not have empties in your data. Why should you have empties? Just put what it is, unclassified, unknown, whatever it is. That's my takeaway anyhow. So thank you for this week. Let me know what you think about the Power BI update. Tons and tons and tons of features. Great job, Power BI team. And I will see you again on Monday with more Power BI videos. Let's see what it is. I was thinking to do the FIFA reporting. I'm not sure. Maybe I leave that for the summer vacation. So you have something to do. Because I record the videos and they are really long. So I think that's better for summer videos instead of next week's videos. Anyhow, I'm going to stop talking. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. Bye.